some reflection probes, but it's just incredibly hard here because things are being reflected all over the place. There's refraction. You see that graphics card back there? That's a beautiful graphics card, and announced it a week ago. That's called the Quadro RTX. And you got this crystal ball here where it should reflect and refract. There's a little green ball on the ground there, and then there's that chrome ball in the back, and this empty, I don't know why, but empty glass box. And it's got area light coming in, which is really hard to do, okay? And so in this particular case, Ignacio's doing his best to emulate the area lights, but the shadows are ugly. You know, this is the limits of today's computer graphics. Now we could fake a lot of stuff. We could fake a lot of stuff by arting it up and cause you to not look at it. But in the final analysis, this is what the limits of today's computer graphics is. Now, Ignacio, let's turn RTX on. So let's take a look at RTX on. Look what happens. The refraction of the glass globe there is just incredible. And look at this, the little caustics on the ground. The area lights cast a soft shadow.
And IDOS Montreal to bring real-time ray-traced shadows. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It's perfect.
And so the thing to look at right now with RTX off, you saw the crisp shadows up there, and you saw right here. This is really hard to do, and that's why they don't do it at all, which is dynamic lights and shadows.
These are dynamic point lights. They're really expensive to do in current rendering techniques, because basically you have to cast shadows in every direction from the light. And this goes back to what you were saying earlier about having to put a cube map here and a cube map here, and every time you move, you have to redo all that rendering. So let's put RTX to the test and have it just do it for us.
Aww. The beautiful thing about ray tracing is you turn it on. You know, when you turn on the light, it just does the right thing physically. And because we're tracing these rays physically, it should perform according to what we expect.
Right, basically rectangular shapes, the neon lights above the stage. And what you notice is the shadows below are hard, like you keep talking. And this is state-of-the-art for real-time graphics right now. And I gotta say that because the guys are sitting right next to me who made those shadows. And they are great. This is the best we have right now.
And they look beautiful.
Yeah, they look great.
Until now. And the way that's simulated, those area lights are simulated essentially as a couple of point lights. And that's why you see such hard shadows. Exactly. But if you simulate the area lights like area lights, because we ray traced it, and depending on where the rays bounced around, eventually if it were to hit some part of that area light, it gets lit. And so ray tracing is a much more cost-effective, in fact, however, very difficult to do, way of doing area lights.
Let's turn this on and take a look. So you get the nice blend of the color and the light.
Isn't that beautiful, guys? And we can do whatever we like. We could add more area lights. We could add more spotlights. You can mix it all together without trying to fidget with it, without trying to figure out what is the definition of right. Right just looks right. That's another wisdom. Right looks right.
And talking to the artists that do this, they tell me all great things about shadows. They're telling me shadow is another color.
That's impossible. How would you do that with RTX off?
Yeah, how does that look? Like this here. So let's, yeah.
Wow, that looks incredible.
And of course it's updating dynamically.
Reflections will never be the same again. Look at the reflections off the ground, guys. It just.
Yeah, so you can see.
Wow, it just happens.
With SSR, if it's in the screen space, you still get some of the reflections upon the car, but due to the nature of SSR, it disappears as it goes away. But because ray tracing just works, you just get the expected result, how you think you would see it. So, the next thing we have to show you is the big, scary crocodile tank, the Churchill. And if we make that one shoot, it's flamethrower, the across the scene here, then you will again see that reflecting upon the surface and on the soldiers battling it out here in Rotterdam. So now if we look down in the ground with RTX on, we'll see the flame, we'll see the soldiers moving, we'll see everything. And now if I turn RTX off, you lose everything. You lose all the detail, all the context of what's happening in the scene. But with RTX on, you just get a much more cohesive image and a better understanding of what's happening around you. So one thing we also pay particularly much attention to in Battlefield is just the weapons, accuracy, making sure the smallest detail is correct. You can see even there, the flames are reflecting properly in the wood of this gun here, and in the windows in the back. Now if I turn RTX off again, you lose all this detail. So, yeah.
Wow.
Really cool.
Now Jonas, what you guys have done is all